Hello everyone, Brickdark here. Today we're taking a look at the LEGO Star Wars Carbon Freezing Chamber set from 2016. This has 231 pieces, 3 minifigures, and retailed for a price of $25 in the US back when it released. Adjusting for inflation, that's about $29 in 2021 money. However, if you want to buy this set new in box, you're going to be looking at about $50, which isn't terrible. Some sets have gone up much higher than this, so this is definitely still affordable. Anyways, let's take a look at the minifigures. So here is probably the most interesting figure of the set. It is the Ugnort. Now, this figure is exclusive to this set, and it's only one of 2 Ugnorts we've ever gotten in LEGO, with the other one coming in the $350 Cloud City set. You can see they have this specially molded head, which is a hard plastic. You've got the hair detailing at the back, and it's a very cool and well-made piece overall. I just now realized he's doing an eyebrow raise, which I think is kind of funny. He all has the overalls design with some medium nougat work gloves. You can see that printing continues on the back. Short dark blue legs. This is a very interesting figure. Not particularly expensive on its own. I think it was about $10, but still a very interesting figure, as this is one of 2 we've ever gotten in LEGO. Now here is Boba Fett, and I'm not a huge fan of this figure for one main reason, but you'll see that in a minute. He does have this special blaster which uses a black lightsaber hilt attached to a short blaster. They've had many different builds for a special blaster over the years, and I think this one is a pretty good one. You can see the detailing on there with that. I believe that's a Padawan braid from a Jedi he killed, or it's a Wookiee braid, one of the two. He also has very detailed legs with a lot of pockets, foot printing as well. No arm printing, that was reserved for the UCS Slave 1, and I think the Cloud City. Don't quote me on that, I'm not too sure. He has his sand green jetpack at the back, and his helmet, which looks really nice. You have the rangefinder, which just attaches through one of the holes. Really love this Mandalorian helmet they introduced in 2011, I want to say, with the Mandalorian Battle Pack. But taking off the helmet, you'll see my biggest complaint with the figure, which is he just has the angry clone face. That is so disappointing. Previous Boba Fetts have either had the same face they use for Jango Fett, or just a black head, and I think either one looks better than just the angry clone face, because this is not what Boba Fett looks like, and I really don't like this. Fortunately, I believe this is the only time he's ever had the angry clone face, so that's good. But still, it is very, very disappointing. And then taking off his jetpack and his cape piece, which is a very nice cape piece, you can see just some more detailing at the back, which that looks very nice. But yeah, this is a figure that I really want to like, because Boba Fett is a really cool figure, and for the most part I do, but my god, that face is so bad. I get that he's a clone, but he has these scars on his face. Just doesn't look anything like what it should. And fortunately, they have fixed that with the new correct skin tone, and the face that they have for the 2021 Boba Fett is an exclusive face, not the same one they used for the clones. But yeah, this is just a very weird anomaly of a LEGO figure, and I don't really like it. Here's Han Solo. I'm not sure if this figure is exclusive. If anything, it might be because of the head. But this is a cool figure. You got the really creased shirt. No pant detailing, but I don't think that's needed. Kind of wish there was a little bit of back printing, just some creases or something, because it looks very vacant. He also uses this hairpiece, which is one of my least favorite hairpieces ever. This was made before double-sided faces were commonly used, and you can just see the other face just comes through the back. LEGO, I think the hairpiece itself looks fine. LEGO just needs to update this so that this comes down all the way. because it just looks ridiculous every time it's used on a double-sided headed minifigure. You also have the cheekbones design, and then he has the face he has when he's enclosed in Carbonite, which that's a really cool face. I do like that a lot. And I believe this is the last time they use this old round hairpiece for Han Solo, because I believe in the Death Star, in the Death Star of 2016, they had that new amazing updated hairpiece with his actual hairstyle in the movie, and it looks great. But yeah, I think it's a good figure. I just hate this hairpiece with a passion. That's not a fault of the figure itself, that's just a fault of Lego as a whole. Just stop using this hairpiece for double-sided faced characters, please. Brickset technically counts this as a minifigure. I don't, but still I think it's good to show it off here. This is Han Solo in Carbonite with a little build that will attach him to the actual build itself. And this is a very cool piece, introduced in, I believe, 2011. This is an excellent piece. Doesn't come in too many sets. I think this might be the cheapest set it ever came in. So that's really cool. And what's really nice is that you can put Han Solo in to the Carbonite just like that. And I'm having him this way because that'll tie into the play feature. And I'm kind of split whether LEGO should update this with the new hair. I don't really mind. I still think this is an excellent piece. But I wouldn't mind maybe seeing them update it. They might have to redo the piece a little bit to accommodate the hair. But still, this is just an excellent piece. You've got the clips on both sides. The buttons. Such an excellent piece. This is like a top 10 LEGO Star Wars piece. Yeah, really cool, and let's get into the build now. So here is the carbon freezing chamber. It's a pretty cool looking display piece, but there's also a lot of little knobs that'll tie in to the play feature. So starting off, you have probably my least favorite part of this set, other than Boba Fett having the angry clone face. It's this little stair piece. Just doesn't really do much. It's just kind of here to inflate the piece count, because I think this looks perfectly fine without the staircase attached. So I feel like this was just added because they felt like, oh, this is only a $20 set, but we need to make it $25. Let's just add this in. And it doesn't really do much for me. I do have some nice light detailing, as well as this control panel where you can have the Ugnort sit down. That control panel print is nothing new. It's been in use since 2011 at the least, because I distinctly remember that on the Bounty Hunter Assault Gunship, which is a set I despise. You also have this little elevator on the side, so you can have a figure here, like let's say Boba Fett, and then just take him up like that. Now, it can't stay up here, it'll fall down, which is a bit of a shame, because they were eventually able to implement a system that allowed an elevator to stop with, of all sets, the First Order ATST, one of the worst LEGO Star Wars sets of all time. So, it's a little bit of a shame that this can't stay up, but I still think it's a cool feature. And then, the main highlight feature of the set is this. So you pull this back and you can spin it around. And what you can do is, in a feature similar to that of the Darth Vader transformation, let's get Boba Fett out of the way, you can have Han Solo like this. You can pull it back, twist it round, and then bring him back up. And now he's stuck in Carbonite, which is a really cool feature. And he just attaches via those two 1x2 jumpers with that little build. And then also, interestingly, you can pull this part out, and there's this little area where you can actually stow Han Solo. I believe that's the intended purpose. You just put him on those studs, I think, or not, and then you just turn it back like this. I think that's how it's supposed to go. I'm not too sure why this bit is here, or why you really want to stow him away. But it's here. It's not really the greatest. I'm Not even sure if you're supposed to attach him to the studs. If you come off, if it goes up like that, I don't really see how you could get him to fit there. I don't know, this seems like a decent idea. I guess like that, and then you hide it away and he's completely hidden. But it's a feature that I don't think was fully executed perfectly. And then just pulling that out, pull that down, retrieve the figure. I just personally keep him with the Carbonite all the time. But yeah, that's about it for the build of this set. It is definitely one of the smaller sets of this $25 scene playset scale. But I think this was also one of the first ones. And I feel like this is a somewhat influential set, because following this we'd get sets like the Duel on Naboo, the Darth Vader transformation, at similar price points to this. And they were just a really cool little almost subline of sets where you just could recreate an iconic scene from Star Wars in a small $25 or $30 set. And it's a bit of a shame to see those go, because they're now being replaced by these larger, more elaborate $70 sets, like with the Darth Vader's Meditation Chamber, which I don't think is a bad set at all. It's just, I like these $25, $30 play sets. They were affordable, and you could recreate an iconic scene really well. Like, this is a cool recreation of one of the most iconic scenes from Empire Strikes Back. And I do think it's a bit of a shame that these are probably now dead, replaced by the $20 dual sets and then the $70 18 plus sets, which seem to be continuing into 2022. But that's about it for the build of this set. Let's take a look at the instructions. Very interestingly, there's no ads. There is an ad for Master Your Force, which I guess was some sort of app or something. Got the 2014 Anakin's Jedi Interceptor. An ad for Lego Club magazine, May It Rest in Peace, replaced by Horrible Lego Life. And then you just have the parts checklist. Really no ads, which is rather surprising. So overall, I think this is a set definitely worth picking up if you're a fan of Empire Strikes Back, or you particularly like the Cloud City segment of that movie. And it's the cheapest way we've ever gotten the Carbonite scene in LEGO, because most of the other times it's come packaged with a extremely expensive Cloud City set. Both of those two are retired, and if you want the 2003 one, you're going to be paying a down payment on a house to get that. It is quite literally like $1,500. It's insane. Maybe that's not a down payment on a house, but you get what I mean. You're paying a lot of money. This is a much cheaper way to get that scene. The figures, I think, are cool, as long as you don't take Boba Fett's helmet off, because that angry clone face just really annoys me for some reason. It doesn't have the scars, it's just lazy. But you do get the Ugnort, which is a great figure, and the rest of the Boba Fett is also a great figure. And of course, Han Solo and Carbonite are great additions. And overall, this is a very cool little small set. I think $50 might be a bit much for this on the secondhand market, but I saw the price vary between $40 and $60, so if you can find it for like $45 at most, I'd definitely recommend picking this up. Overall, compared to other 2016 sets, I would give this set an 8 out of 10. It's definitely a set worth picking up, and it started its own little subline of these $25, $30 playset scene recreations, which were a line that I think I have all of. They were just a very cool line. Anyways, that's it for this video. See you guys later. Peace.